Good family, how you doing? Hope y'all have an amazing day. Seen a couple of creators that went to the event for Capcom and they got a chance to see the demo and they explained some details. I think it's pretty cool. So these are like known facts. I mean, they was there and they seen them. So I just want to put my 2 cents of what I think like the best features are. A couple of features that really caught my attention that I think is pretty cool. So I'm gonna just share that with you in today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So first fact is apparently that the maps are going to be way bigger than World. It was said to be 2 times bigger than World, and I think that's actually crazy, but I'm here for it. This is more time to farm, more time to see stuff, and bigger maps mean more monsters, so I'm here for it. I don't really have a problem with this. I think this is actually a pretty good implement. So speedrunners are probably going to feel a way about this, but after and before the quest, there's really no timer. It kind of just took the timer away. So after you're done the so-called quest, there's not going to be like a time telling you how fast you did it. People might have to just use their own timer, or I don't know, it might have to just be another way around it because they just took it away. But I'm pretty sure somebody will find a way around it because, you know, the community always does. So this is one of my favorite ones. So apparently you can just pick up traps, because you know how you pick up, like you'll put a trap down and then the monster won't go into it, or you'll waste it. You're gonna have to end up destroying it to use a trap. You can actually just pick the trap back up. I think that's amazing. That they should have been had in the game, but now you can actually pick the traps up, which is pretty good. So apparently there's little to no loading screens, so you won't have to ever really see a loading screen ever. I think they said they never seen one. Loading screen can be, you know, annoying for some people, so I'm glad it's not in the game as much. This one is one of my favorites too. There is no more clutch clawing. There is no more tenderizing. I think it's just the wound system and the focus system. But I'm pretty happy about this because I like literally the clutch claw is so cancerous on World. You know, it just had so many problems. It was a really bad mechanic. You know, it's just I don't need to really get into that. But thank God, bro, this is a really good implement, and this is probably one of my favorite ones. I honestly really was tired of tenderizing. Yeah, I think that's a good implement. So depending on the time of the day, different monsters will come out. So if it's like nice and sunny out, you'll see a different monster compared to if it's like nighttime, or if it's raining. Like the environment really entails which monster you're going to see. I think that's pretty cool. Also, I know you seen in the trailer they had like lightning, like a lightning storm. This also includes a monster that we seen in the trailer will appear during that lightning storm, but after the lightning storm and everything go back to normal, he's still gonna be there, so that's cool. But yeah, it's a pretty cool implement. So apparently, you know how they separated the maps in World and like Rise, like you can go to different areas. Apparently this is just one big open space, and the only place where you can kind of like, you know, get back to like civilization, or I guess back to the people, is there is a city. There's like one big city, but when you leave the city, there's going to be nothing but just, it's basically like the guiding lands. Like it's one big city. When you come out the city, there's just going to be a giant guiding lands that's like 2 times apparently bigger than the original guiding lands that we got in World, and you know, anything from Rise. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't like the guiding lands, but if it's just like this off the rip, I think I'll like it. The only reason I didn't like guiding lands because I mean, like the grinding, you know, was kind of unbearable at times, but this way is cool. I think it's like more of an open world, so I think that's all right. Since it's just a big guiding lands now, you can kind of just put camps wherever you want them, so you can like carry your camp on the back of your hunter or whatever, and wherever you want to put the camp, you can just put it anywhere. That is a good implement. I think that'll be just way easier. And the fact that you have that really fast pet, I forgot the name of them, but you got that fast pet to carry you around the whole map anyway, so it's really not going to be that bad. So since the whole map is basically like big guiding lands, the way you start a quest, you don't go to a board, or you don't go to the handler anymore to start a quest. It's literally just you find a monster that you want to, you know, pursue that's on the map, and you just start pursuing them. As soon as you start attacking them, or you engage with the monster, then you'll get like a little indication on your screen saying that the quest has started. So that's usually how the quest starts. So that goes into how there's no timer, because there's not really a reason to, because there's not a quest board, or there's not really something that's engaging when, and you know, when you're done with the quest and when you started it. So now it's just, you just engage. So I think they're trying to go for a more like immersive game to make like people more immersed in it. So you know, that's the direction they're going. But you know, I am a speedrunner, so I do kind of feel some type of way about it, but like I said, I'm pretty sure somebody will find a way, so I'm not really that worried about it. But yeah, so another cool fact, I think it's cool just for like the gameplay, and I think it will be funny, but If you're playing this, it'll be annoying, but you can the camps, since they're so small and you can put them anywhere, the monsters have the ability to just go over you and just destroy the camps. So you could be fighting and they could just stop, like, yeah, I'm bored, I'm gonna just go destroy your camp. So that is really a thing in this game, and I quite frankly I think that's hilarious that they could destroy your camp. Like so it might be somebody designated on the team literally just to protect the camp, to make sure the monster won't destroy it, because there'll be like a lot of monsters on the map. So like, what is stopping another monster from destroying your camp? So that'll actually be pretty funny, and I think it'll make for a lot of funny memes and a lot of funny videos on there. So I think that's pretty cool. Another one that's pretty cool is that the monsters can set traps for you, and they can set traps for other monsters. So you have to be careful on the map. You have to be way more careful, because they can set it for you and set it for other monsters. And it'll affect different monsters differently than it'll affect, you know, like smaller, or the larger they are, the more dangerous, you know, can get out the trap, or they might not. I'm not really particularly sure how it works for like a hunter per se, but you can get trapped by the monsters. So I think it's fair play about that. So yeah, when you're going around the map, you can actually just use your hook slinger. I mean, they showed this in the trailer, but I just wanted to reiterate that I think that's amazing. And you can do it while riding that pet, so that's just even more amazing. So it'll just make farming a lot easier and a lot quicker. Scout flies are still in the game. I don't know if they really made them better or worse, but scout flies, you know how they basically just lead you to the monster. They're still in the game from World. A lot of these implements are from World, and a little bit in pieces from everything is just putting into like Wilds. But a lot of things they took from World are still in Wilds, which is pretty good for people who still play World. So yeah. So apparently mounting is going to be easier. Some of the people that watched the gameplay was telling me when I was watching the video that the mounting is supposed to be easier. So, you know, that's good for people who like to mount. Since this is an open world and kind of basically like a big guiding lands, like there's no separation. When you're done with quests, since the quest only starts when you kind of aggravate a monster or start fighting with them. The quest, once it ends, it's not really it's not going back to camp, not going back to the city. Kind of just sit there and you can pick what you want to do. So I like that freedom. Honestly, like that. Like I really like that. Sometimes I really don't like. No, it's cool. I like that. I really do enjoy. Like I like the way that they're trying to take it to make it really more accessible and not just hear how it is. They're trying to give you more freedom, and I like that about this game. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good implement as well. Turf wars are back and they're really more accessible. I think like every monster. Like the monsters are more aware of other monsters, so you'll see a lot more turf wars in the game. So that'll be good, and you can actually lead monsters to other monsters, which you can kind of do in World, to be honest. So pretty much the same feature. But yeah, I'm glad turf wars are back, and you know they're very more accessible because every monster is supposed to be way more aware of the other ones. So that's pretty good. Made the UI a little bit different. So the UI is kind of similar to World, but they made it more interactive to how you play. So if you're in a fight with a monster, so every time you get hit, you'll just see yourself getting hit. It's kind of like making it more realistic, so you can see like your heartbeat, or you can see the intensity of how your players or how your hunter's heart rate is kind of going through the fight. So your health bar will be a representation of how you're doing in a hunt. Even if you get attacked, it will be a direct correlation to what's going on in the hunt. So if you get attacked, or you know, you're kind of scared, or you're running away, you'll see that implementation in the health bar and the stamina bar. So I think that's pretty good. Like I said, they're trying to make this more of an immersive experience for the players. So I think that'll be pretty dope. So the UI has changed a little bit, and I think and the sharpness bar is different too. Either like I didn't really get to see, or I don't really understand how they described it, so you just gotta wait and see. But there has been a lot of UI changes that I think will be pretty cool to see. So you know how barrels, like you know how people put bombs down when a monster is sleeping, and then usually somebody just hits it to blow the barrel up, or you can really just throw a slinger at it to blow it up. So apparently you can throw other barrels, or you can roll another barrel and into the other mega barrels and explode them instead of throwing a slinger, or instead of trying to hit it with your weapon. So that's pretty cool, but it's all right implementation. I don't really feel too strongly about it, but I think that's pretty cool that they put that in there. So since the map map is so big, basically just a big guiding lands, no separation. There is going to be a lot of subspecies, but I heard that they're also going to be bringing Apex monsters back. So, you know, Apex monsters was in Rise, implementation in Rise, so I think they're bringing that back in Wilds. I don't really know how I feel about that, but hey, tell me how you feel in the comments. But let's move on. So the followers are back. So you know how you can get help, like basically there's like AI computers that help you in Rise. They are back. So if you want to not hunt by yourself, but you also can't play online, or you don't want to play online, then you have the option to play with those people offline. And the good thing that they made the AI smarter. I think Wilds, they made the AI way smarter than they made in Rise. So the AI won't really attack the monster if you stop pursuing a monster. If you're just standing there by a monster, they won't do anything unless they really sense that you're doing it. So, you know, they kind of follow the leader a lot more in Wilds than they do in Rise, because I know there's sometimes where the followers will just attack the monster without you doing it. So the AI is pretty much smarter in this game, like it should be, because it's 2025, but that's pretty cool as well. So the healing is still like it is in World, so it's like the same rate. So it's kind of goes slower in World than it does in Rise. I know Rise was a lot quicker, but the rate will be just like World. So no matter what situation you in, it doesn't really matter if you're in a battle. So you can kind of fast travel. If you have a camp anywhere in the map, you can just leave. It's kind of like a Farcaster, but you don't really need a Farcaster. You can just fast travel at any time. It doesn't matter if you're in a battle, if you're not in a battle. It's kind of like a Farcaster without having to like actually make the Farcaster. So that's pretty cool. This is another cool implementation. So if you're on your mount, you can basically like auto track to the monster. So the dog or the secret, whatever the monster or your mount is called, it can just auto track basically to the monster without you having to do anything. So you could just focus on sharpening, focus on looking at your inventory while he just goes to the monster, and vice versa. So if you want to get away from the monster, it could just autopilot and get you out of the way. It's what we kind of seen in the trailer from Wilds. So the mount is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of good implementations that they added. Really good game. I really can't wait for it to come out. So apparently mantles are still in the game. I know mantles were not in Rise, but you do not have to worry about that because mantles are in the game. It was seen that somebody used the ghillie mantle in the gameplay of Wilds when they was at the demo at the convention. So that's pretty cool. Like the second trailer, we seen the lightning and stuff. You can get struck by lightning. The monsters can get struck by lightning. So they made this way more interactive for the environment to kind of like mess you over during the hunt. Try to make this realistic as possible, and I'm here for it. Actually clash with the monsters, and that's pretty cool. It's like an actual mechanic where it's like you clash with the monsters, and I guess you have to push a button repeatedly. I don't know what's the mechanics specifically, but there is like a new thing in the game called Clash. Pretty cool. The long sword was shown, and the dual blades and the light bow gun was played with. A few weapons was played with, and a lot of implementations got added from Rise in World for the longsword. I know the longsword got blessed, so I know a lot of them were saying that the gameplay was like absolutely amazing. So that's good for longsword users. I'm happy for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people will start playing longsword and Wild, so that's pretty cool. I might even give it a try, but yeah. Apparently like 65% of the weapons kind of play the same. I think they try to add like a few things, but most of the weapons play the same on Wow, it's not really that much of a difference. I was kind of disappointed in bow, but if bow is like World, then I really have no problem. I'm okay with that. I'm like literally fine. As long as it's not like Rise, then I'm cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The last one I'm gonna put in here is that you can play with two weapons. So if you want to play longbow and not longbow, if you want to play the bow and then longsword, you could do that. Bow and great sword, longsword. You could do that, and that's pretty cool. Sword and shield, longsword, sword and shield, bow, whatever you want. Combinations, you can play with two weapons, so that is pretty cool. But I'm gonna stop all the 30 best new implements right there because I think I'm at 30. If not, then I'll add some at the end. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so that is the video. Hopefully you learned something new. The demo came out, and actually, like I said in the beginning, the creators went, and I just kind of listened to them and just threw what 30 cool new implements that I think are pretty cool. It's a lot. It's like a few more, but they're not really that important to me. I think I got the most important ones out the way. But let me know what you think in the comments. I really appreciate all the support. I love y'all so much. Hope y'all have an amazing day. I hope y'all look forward to playing the new Monster Hunter World. Speed runners, we still gonna be speed running. We're gonna find a way. Not really worried about that. But if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps me. I'm a very small channel trying to grow, and I put a lot of efforts in my videos. So if you could do me a favor and just like and subscribe, that will help me a lot. And I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.
Yeah. Talking shit never, talking shit never made money. Mama told me gotta save money. Now